Hey dudes, Jelly was wrong here. Truth on a budget. So anyway, I was gosh, since it's so empty in here, the acoustics are like I'm echoing. I don't like it. Anyway, I was talking to Created about a dream he had, and it got me thinking about the part where it says that men, young men will see visions, and older men will see visions in their dreams. And I've had a lot of weird dreams too. A lot of mostly like the really vivid, like kind of like real, like I think I'm being shown something type dreams, even though they're still dreamy dreams. Um, but it's like they're very real at the same time, and they affect me. But anyway, most of those are about the alien deception and me on the run and being hunted and stuff like that and trying to survive. A lot of those, a lot of dreams like that. Um, I don't know how successful I would be at any of that though, seeing as they have robots. And as crazy as it sounds, I had an X-ray of my leg once a few years ago, and there's a little. It looks like one of those alien implants. Like the X-ray didn't go through; it is black. Um, so there may or may not be a tracking device in my left shin. Um, Need to get that taken out. Sooner the better, right? I don't get around to things sometimes. That's why I need a woman in my life to crack the whip. Certain things to having to do with taking care of myself or take care of business. I tend to just be like, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, about my dream. So this was a reoccurring one for many, many, many years. It was kind of strange because it was like, I don't know. But I'll start from where I'm sure. But this house, it was a house. It was one of the few reoccurring houses. I've only had a couple. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose and clear some phlegm. I'm gonna pause. Here we go. Didn't want to pull up some deep nasal spit while I'm phlegmy garbage while I'm making a video. I'm still getting over the respiratory thing more or less, a little bit. Anyway, so this house, one of the many, actually no, there's only been a few recurring houses in my dreams. So this one, it was like a multi-tiered house, a multi-level, but every level was just one square, like one square area, with like a recessed living room, and then like a separate kitchen, but it was all one big, like one big space. There's television. It was almost kind of I don't know, early '80s design, not low tech, just kind of the decor. It's kind of dark, a lot of browns and tans, lamps, table lamps, and instead of overhead or tracking, stuff like that. Um, so, anyways, every as you go up, every floor is the same, and it's exactly like that. And in the basement, which is the creepiest part of it, um, it's one of those raw basements where it just there's a foundation, and then there's just stones, and there's just a pile of stones and big huge boulders and stuff, and they're all piled on top of each other, and there's dark spots in between all the cracks of the boulders that and it's just the stairs go down and then stop, and then there's like a 4 foot drop, and then it's just the basement, the boulders and the darkness and the very, very foreboding and creepy feeling if you ever explored that part of the house. But anyway, as you go up and up and up, same thing, same thing, same thing. Eventually, in one of the dreams, I got to a upper room, and it was just full of pictures and videos and all sorts of random stuff. Very dark. Everything was in cupboards and you know very sloppily. No real organization. Um, just stuff everywhere, and that was at the what I thought was the very top. Now in this room, if you keep going up, there was like a ladder which led to more of the same. More just stuff everywhere. It was almost like a room too, like there was a bed in there, but it's very dark, not very lit, and there's never anyone in there. There's never anyone in the house actually, and except a few times. There's people in the I think I went to the basement with somebody once. There might have been people in the room sometimes, but this room there's never anyone in. Um, so anyway, once you got to the top, there's another room. I'm trying to remember if this was another area. No, as you keep going up, it sort of opens up more, and there's just more of the same. But then there's like I think that at that point there's some windows or something because I remember it being a little more open and a little more well lit. And anyway, there was a little hidden spot, and then if you crawled behind that, you'd go up, and there's the uppermost room, and that was like almost like one of those little storm rooms, but very low. It's only about 3 feet high, and just a bed, and just like books and knickknacks circling it, and then just windows, and it's very nice, very pleasant, very pretty. It was almost like the polar opposite of the room under it, but the same ilk. It was just nicer, probably more precious things, and in a nice little area. Anyway, certain times at certain parts of the dreams, the house would be falling in. There'd be parts falling out. You could see through the outside, and it was always dark outside and stormy, and kind of like a New England late fall. You know, uh, you know, um, like early mid November. Um, so yeah, and this house was a reoccurring thing for a long time, and one of the last dreams I remember of it, I'm not even sure if it was the very last dream or not, but I was outside of it, and I was in the backyard, which I'd never been in or seen. Whenever I'd ever looked outside, I'd only ever seen the front in the street, and I'd never seen the back. And in the back, there was like a beautiful garden and a little secluded little graveyard. And when I was the one time I remember ever being there, which, like I said, was one of the last times I dreamt of this place. It was it was very well lit and sunny, and I was happy, and I was outside of the house. And I think this house might be the same as one of, because it feels like the same in my mind and in my heart, of one of my original houses, which was almost like a ranch style flat house, kind of long and wide, and it was built like right into a rock, and had a big grassy yard. But I never went into it. I was only ever in the yard. But I don't know. Maybe it's a representation of my journey. You know, who knows? But it's just thought it was something a little bit interesting that I might want to share if anyone wants to add anything that might they think it might represent. I said an accent. Um, yeah, kind of no kind of no conclusion. Unfortunately, I just stopped having the dream. Yeah, I have a lot of strange, very strange vivid dreams. Anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful night and God bless.